So I think as golfers, we're all looking for the most simple golf swing that gives us that fantastic contact of ball and then turf. We see that lovely divot, but there's so much information out there, isn't there? On YouTube, lots of coaches, and very position orientated. Well, like I said, wouldn't it be lovely if we could have the most simple golf swing possible that helped you make a repeatable and powerful movement with every club in the bag, but really got you hitting those shots from the ground, just like we saw there. Now I know what you're thinking, sounds perfect. So what I want you to think about, if we want to keep it as simple as possible, once we get set up to make our golf swing, the simplest form of that swing is that club head moves in a circle around our body, kind of half, just over half circle back, full circle round. But in order to draw a circle, you only need two things to be consistent. You need the middle of the circle to stay still and the width of the circle to stay fairly consistent. So if we were to look in your golf swing, we would say that the width of the circle would be from here to here, but because your clubs change length, actually there to there is a better idea. And then the middle of the circle will be kind of just inside your sternum, kind of halfway between your sternum and your spine. So in theory, all we're looking to do is we keep the width on the way back, the width on the way down, and the middle of the circle doesn't really move around much. Now, what I would say, that sounds incredibly simple. But if you're watching this video, you've probably been thinking about, hang on, how do I move my weight around? How do I hinge my wrists? Do I lift my arms? You know, am I trying to go up in one way, shallow the club? Well, let's, like I said, just keep it as simple as possible. So if I said to you, ideally what we're looking to do is when we set up to the golf ball, middle of the circle's pretty much in line with the golf ball. So as you make the circle, the lowest point of the circle will be directly under the ball. But we would actually like the lowest point of the circle to be slightly ahead of the golf ball so that we catch the ball on the way down and then take the turf and we see that divot there. Even if I touch the grass a little bit behind, because grass is a little bit long in the winter over here, we want the actual grass, the ball, then the grass, then the turf. So we can see the deepest part of my divot there was kind of probably 3.5 inches ahead. So all we're going to do is set up and just think initially about set up, feel just a little bit more weight onto that front foot, and then just think about that club head making a nice full circle around the body. And again, we can see there, absolutely pure. And we can see, picked the ball, got into the turf, took the divot, and that'd be absolutely perfect. So for a lot of you out there, just simply thinking about that club moving in a circle around your body will be much more simple, get the body reacting much more to the club, and instantly you will see a different strike. I do appreciate, however, though, that some golfers, when they think circle, they can't keep it that simple in the head. So they're going, hang on, do I need to be more up? Do I need to be more round? So a really easy way of feeling it is lift the club up in front of you and then just literally make a circle around your body. And what you'll instantly notice is that your body doesn't move a lot side to side, stays fairly central, and most golfers swing the club pretty much level with the shoulders. So if I showed you down the line, that feels really, really easy. So all we're going to look to do from there is just tilt forward to knee height and then feel like you swing around your body. And then you just go down to the ground and make that swing. And straight away there, we're not worrying about path, plane, wrist hinge, anything. We're just trying to get the simplest movement possible and making sure that the low point of the circle is ahead of the golf ball, which we're doing a little bit at setup. So let's go through that. So I'm going to set up to the ball. I'm going to lift the club up at shoulder height. Felt good. I'm going to tilt forward to knee height. So all that's changing there is my spine angle, nothing else. And then down to the golf ball. I'm going to set that pressure slightly forward and make the swing. Again, just felt so easy. Divot wasn't quite as deep, but we could see divot was after the golf ball, a good powerful strike. And to be fair, those last couple just very, very straight shots. Not perfectly straight, but I'm not worrying about how I'm trying to deliver that club face. All I'm trying to do is swing the club around the body on a nice simple circle and let the golf ball be collected at the bottom of that circle. Now, please interact with me, comment below. If you get a chance to get to the range or on the golf course, I want you to try this and just put every other thought out of your head. Just literally get that set, a little bit of pressure forward, and then just get that club to make a nice complete circle around your body. And you'll be amazed how much better the golf ball will get collected at the bottom of the swing. Because I do see most golfers, their practice swing generally looks pretty good. But when they go to hit the golf ball, they're trying to hit the ball, they're trying to get the ball in the air, they're trying to make the ball go further, they're trying to strike the ball correctly, they're trying to hit the ball straight. You know, it's all about that golf ball, and as a result of that, the golf swing changes and we lose that ability to make a consistent circle and collect the ball. Remember, the beauty with golf, which should make it incredibly simple, which is what we're talking about today, is that ball stationary. That ball does not move until that club makes contact with it. So if we get that club moving as well as we can around the swing, that will help. Now, for some of you, you might find instantly that keeping the circle fairly still is easy, but you might find as you swing back, the width of your circle changes a lot. So if that's the case, think of that distance, swing back as far as you can around the circle while that stays comfortably straight. So you might find a little bit shorter and then through. But think about half a circle back, so the club head gets above my head, full circle round. So we can get down to the ball again, a little bit of pressure forward, half back, full round. And again, absolutely ripped, great strike, loads of control, lots of power for me. Comment below if you don't agree that there's lots of power, but you can see lots of interaction there, kind of ball and then turf, great contacts, but just keep that move as simple as possible. And if you need to go through the stages of shoulder height, knee height, and then down to the ground, that's fine. Keep the focus on what you're doing with that club, draw that big circle, and I guarantee if you can keep that swing nice and simple, you're going to be repeatable and powerful and hit lots and lots of high quality golf shots.